starts. Does the season start when it's cold and nothing can grow? No. So why do we have January? Do you understand what I'm saying to you? January, nothing happens in January. Things blossom in March. That's when the season starts. A new year starts in March, not January. Nothing grows in January. How can something be a new of anything when nothing new is happening? This is the reason why you say, right, okay, all right, now it's January, it's a new year, and nothing happens till March. Have you realised that? Have you realised that no matter how much you have all of these plans for January, right, all right, now it's January, that's it. Everything's going to change. And then you realise it's just plodding along, and then March things start to happen. And then because you feel that way, what happens to you? You become frustrated. We're back to this again. Because now the world looks so amazing and the world looks beautiful and everyone seems to be winning and nothing's happening for me. Because you're out of season. You have to know your seasons. You have to know your seasons. If you don't know your seasons, you then psychologically cause yourself pain. Forget about all the other pains. Now, I'm not good enough. Why is it not working? Maybe it's not for me. And by the time March, you're burnt out. Because you had all of these January plans. Yeah, sure.
I think that makes sense. Because my neighbours are Ethiopians.
Yeah.
And they celebrate their New Year in August.
See, people that come from places in Africa and so on and so forth, they understand it because they're part of the natural. And they're not infiltrated by Western mindset, culture, and control.
Like China.
China, again, they went away because they needed to improve their people and they adopted something completely different. So they're aware, but for the proletariat, they have a completely different set of governance where they don't want them to even interpret that. They want them to agree, adopt, and apply.
Very true. It's spot on. That's why I said I'm changing this talk, because I want to talk about the science of things. And if you talk about the science of things, you can work it out when you're not here. If I just tell you stuff, you're going to be like, why did you tell me that again? Because I'm trying to make that happen. We're trying to talk about the science of it. So you just know, best time to do meetings. Best time to do this. Don't look at January, focus on March. I'm trying to break down the science of it. I'm trying to break down, okay, understand that there's 26 scales of emotions, and each scale of emotion is connected to a self-conversation and a frequency. How do we know that? We just kind of basically went through it. What do we know about people that's hopeless, for example? We know the mindset of hopelessness is, for example, I don't want to be anymore. What's the point? There's no future. I want to die. What is the action? Potential suicide or self-harm. Same thing with certain depressions. What do we know about anxiety? Anticipating the worst case scenario. It's going to happen. I'm getting a heart attack. I'm getting a heart attack. Yeah? It's not, you've subconsciously raised your blood levels to the point where you can't focus and breathe. Do you understand what I'm saying? What do we know about worry? You're anticipating the worst case scenario. Alright? Then the babies are going to come, and when the babies come, they're going to take my house, and when they take my house, they're going to take my car. I'm finished. I'm done. The babies don't even know yet that they're coming. You've just mapped it all out. And that's the brilliant point. Let's talk about this mapping very quickly. The animals are.